Envy transformed into hatred, and the hate began to nurse an evil seed that germinates into a grievous crime. Hadiza's jealousy made her kill the king's only child. Once upon a time, in a calm and peaceful African village, surrounded with hills and forests, lived a great king who married two beautiful women, Queen Amina and Queen Hadiza. Hadiza, a woman whose heart was consumed by jealousy, was the king's second wife. Queen Hadiza had long harbored bitterness towards Queen Amina, the king's first wife, who was fortunate to have a son for the king few years after Queen Hadiza was married into the palace. Queen Hadiza, with so much desperation, tried everything possible to have a son for the king and become the crown queen, but all her effort was in vain. Queen Amina, who has been in the palace with her husband the king for many years without a child, prompting the king to take another wife, was later blessed with a son named Baraka. Prince Baraka was the main reason why Queen Hadiza hates Queen Amina so much. The love and admiration the people bestowed upon Prince Baraka was the source of her bitterness. As years passed, Hadiza's jealousy twisted into a bitter desire to get rid of anything or anyone that stand as a threat to her own power and influence. Consumed by her evil ambition, she came up with a wicked plan to send the prince to the land of no return. One fateful night, Queen Hadiza summoned a dark figure, a witch who possessed dark powers. In exchange for her loyalty, the queen promised the witch great riches and influence if she helped her get rid of the prince. The witch, in agreement, gave the evil queen a potion to add inside the prince's food. Once he consumed the food that contains the potion, that will mark the end of his existence on earth. Queen Hadiza, with her evil skills, did exactly as she was instructed by the witch, leaving no sign that could make anyone suspect that the prince was poisoned. Hadiza's evil plan was carried out successfully during a grand celebration in the palace. After the event, the young prince went to bed that night and never woke up. The whole kingdom was in shock as the news of the prince's sudden demise was announced. Queen Amina cried uncontrollably. She couldn't believe that the source of her joy has been taken away from her forever. She wished she could join her son. Hence, the very thing that gave her hope to keep living has been taken away from her. The women gathered round the queen, trying to console her as most of the women couldn't hold back their tears. Queen Amina has no reason to suspect anyone for the sudden death of her son. She grieved day and night for her joy that has been taken away from her. Her co-wife, pretending to be traumatized by the sudden tragedy that has befallen the royal household, celebrated her victory behind closed doors, as she is now free from the object of her jealousy. She was carrying herself with so much pride, not knowing what was ahead of her. She never believed her secret will ever be revealed. Queen Hadiza, ignoring the witch after accomplishing her evil desires, made the witch dissatisfied with the agreements they had earlier. Out of anger, the witch revealed the truth to a brave and loyal servant who had been suspicious of them since the death of the prince. With this knowledge of the truth behind the death of the prince, the servant decided to seek justice for the late prince. He started by confronting the queen on revealing the evil plots that had stained the kingdom with sorrow. The betrayal of the witch led to the downfall of the evil queen. It was difficult for the people to believe the story of the servant, but after consulting some great priests, the truth was brought to light. Queen Amina and the king couldn't believe that Hadiza's jealousy would get to that extent, considering how much the late prince loved her. Once again, the palace was filled with grief as Queen Amina cried bitterly. Finally, the once mighty Queen Hadiza faced the consequences of her wicked actions as the kingdom united against her evil acts. and she was banished from the kingdom forever, leaving behind a legacy of deceit and inhumanity that will forever whisper in the shadows of the community. Alright guys, this brings us to the end of the story of Hadiza the Evil Queen. Make sure you drop a comment in the comment section and tell us what you think about the story, and don't forget to subscribe for more interesting stories. Also turn on the bell so you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. Thank you. See you guys in my next video. Bye for now.